admitting the guests.
Hi everyone, welcome. We're just waiting for some more people to join.
You are live, Chair, and it is on YouTube.
Great. Okay, so we're at 6 o'clock. I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Paula Dunn. I'm a Labour City Councillor for Cowley, and I'm the chair of the subcommittee this evening. So I'll just do a round of introductions from the subcommittee and the officers as well. So Councillor Imogen Thomas, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, thanks Chair. I'm Councillor Thomas. I'm the Labour City Councillor for Holywell Ward.
Great. Councillor Ajaz Rehman.
Good evening. I'm Councillor Ajaz Rehman for Lyell Valley Ward.
Great. Councillor Chris Jarvis.
I'm hoping my microphone is now working.
It is, yeah.
Brilliant. So I'm Chris Jarvis. I'm a councillor for St Mary's Ward and I'm a reserve on the panel.
Great, thank you. And now I'll move over to Daniel Smith.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Daniel Smith. I'm one of the council's solicitors. I'm here as legal advisor to the meeting.
Thank you. And Catherine Vivian.
Sorry, too many buttons and too many people. I'm Catherine Fithian. I'm just here to try and get the Zoom process going smoothly. So I'm just in the background.
Brilliant. And finally, Richard Masters.
Hello, my name is Richard Masters. I'm the Senior Licensing Compliance Officer.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, can I just make one point before we go any further, which is that the subcommittee consists of 3 members, no more, no less. So Councillor Jarvis, is, as he said, is here as reserve, but for the purpose of this hearing, the subcommittee is you, Councillors Raymond and Thomas.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've had a bit of recent news about the balloon fiesta application. So I'm just going to move over to Richard Masters to provide information on that.
Thank you, Chair. We've had an email from the applicant this evening stating, I'll just read it out to you. Due to unforeseen technical problems at the event I'm managing at the moment, I'm now not in a position to attend the Zoom meeting tonight. Sorry for the short notice. I then contacted him to state we're obviously preferable if he was in attendance, and he's asked for a postponement of the hearing. Obviously, it has been deferred previously, and I know there were a number of objectors that couldn't attend today's date, and the event itself is not for obviously nearly a year, so it's up to yourselves as interested parties if you're looking to agree to that postponement. Daniel.
Yes, question if I may, Chair, to Richard. When would the next scheduled licensing and gambling acts committee be? Sometime in September, presumably.
Yeah, I'll just check for you.
While Richard does that, Chair, I can tell you that it's unfortunate and to be in this position again. Your powers in relation to what you do are, I mean, you can, I'll read you what the regulations say. If a party has informed the authority that he does not intend to attend or be represented, the hearing may proceed in his absence. If he has not so indicated or fails to attend or be represented, you may also, where you consider it to be necessary in the public interest, adjourn the hearing to a specified date. Well, Mr. Bailey is asking for the matter to be put off.
Daniel, the next meeting scheduled is for the 21st of September.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It was adjourned on the previous occasion, I understand it, to enable Mr. Bailey to attend because there are clearly issues around this application which he needs to answer questions on, and the subcommittee felt, well, officers at that point felt that the subcommittee would be in a difficult position to go ahead without him being in attendance because he would not be able to answer those questions. I mean, there has to be a limit to how many times the matter should be adjourned, and normally I would say there would be prejudice to somebody because the event would be waiting to go ahead. As you've heard from Richard, that's not the case in this matter, because even if the application was granted, the event doesn't occur until summer 2022. So there is no time pressure from that point of view. Do you have any views? Have you a view about whether or not you wish to adjourn this case?
For the subcommittee, I think we've decided that to get as much information as possible, and we would like to adjourn. But I'm asking interested parties what you feel. So Susan, if you'd like to unmute.
Good evening. My name's Suzanne. I don't mind, but I probably react better to Suzanne.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. I was just going to say that I have actually requested in the past that this hearing did be adjourned, because I was aware that there were a number of local residents who were unable to attend. It was actually very inconvenient for us when it was adjourned the last time, and it seems unreasonable from our point of view that we're now in a position where the applicant has done this twice. There's no knowing for certain that he's not going to do it again. And we've had to put in a lot of work to this, and we have our legal representative with us, which has cost us money, and it just seems unreasonable at this extreme short notice to adjourn yet again when I've asked for it to be adjourned to suit other people. It seems to all be based around the applicant. Thank you.
Thanks, Suzanne. Anyone else?
May I speak, Chair?
Yes.
I'm Bill Cryer. I'm the legal representative that Suzanne was talking about then. And what I was going to say is that I wouldn't mind having a conversation with her to discuss the approach. Now, obviously, you've heard now what she said, but I wouldn't mind if I mute my camera, if I could invite her, if you don't mind, just for a minute, to call me on my landline, and I'll have a brief discussion with her and come back to you if that's okay.
Thanks, Phil. Daniel, have you got?
I just wondered whether Mr. Cryer had any idea how long he wanted for that, because we do have a second case this evening, which, as far as I know, is proceedable, which we could go ahead with and then come back to a final decision on whether to adjourn this one after that. But it may well be, that may not be for, I don't know, an hour or.
Yes, I don't expect to be very long at all. It's just a quick conversation, bearing in mind the difficulties of virtual hearings, just to check that that we're not going to request that the application be dismissed. So if you wouldn't mind, please check that brief conversation. I'll unmute as soon as I have heard from Suzanne McIver.
So shall we adjourn the hearing for how much long would you like? 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thanks.